Willie Waffle on the line right now. Willie, good morning. Good morning.
Well, good morning to you too.
Hey, I want to ask. We've been talking a bit about Hillary last night, and the speeches and Trump continuing to step in it. Clearly, it seems like his philosophy is to just all press is good press. As long as you're spelling my name correctly, then that's good. I just think when you're running for president, we're reaching a point where it is making people question his ability to govern and to be presidential. And then part two is Hillary. And no matter how well you write a speech, Hillary's just not going to be able to ever deliver an inspirational speech, in my opinion.
Well, she just starts shouting. That's her idea of inspirational. That's always been the knock against Hillary Clinton.
Yep.
She doesn't really connect with people. She's much more almost businesslike and straightforward and very driven for this goal that she's been trying to reach for so long. So, yeah, you don't see the human side of Hillary Clinton. You don't see kind of the warm and touchy-feely side of Hillary Clinton. So that's always going to be there. And I think if I was running her campaign, I'd just say, listen, I know there are a lot of people who want that, but if it's not your strength, just be your strength. Be Hillary Clinton. Keep playing to the idea that I have the best experience. I'm the best qualified. You stick to your strength. As far as Trump, hey, he's sticking to his strength, being outrageous, saying anything. In a society where civility has been thrown out the window a long time ago, he's just trying to keep the attention on him at a moment when the Clinton campaign wanted all the attention on them.
So you think it's you don't feel that the middle that there are people that are looking and saying, because I'm one of them. I look and say I could never see this guy in the White House because of the things that come out of his mouth.
I don't know how much the people in the middle are paying attention right now. Yeah. It's still early. It's July.
Hey,
most
you're
people,
right.
If they've paid attention to anything, they've paid attention to the big moments, but they haven't really followed the campaign on a daily basis. The truth is they won't really follow the campaign on a daily basis until mid-October at best.
How many elections have been decided as late as October? I mean, anything. This is so early. Anything. You get a poll right now, and you get excited about your polling numbers, and you'll probably see Hillary's numbers take a big bump like Trump's did coming up next week because of the convention. That's why it's here. But it is. We have weeks away. They're weeks away from November, and so much could happen. So.
Yeah, and October really is the telling tale. The best example is last time around. Mitt Romney is on the rise. Mitt Romney's going to overtake Barack Obama, and then, boom, we have a hurricane. Yeah. And it just stopped all of his momentum. It reminded people that Barack Obama is the president and what kind of leadership he could provide, and he beat Romney because of a hurricane.
It could be a terrorist attack. It could be a weather disaster. There's so much that could happen. And it'll be interesting. I don't think anybody could properly predict at this point. Polls mean absolutely nothing right now. Okay, I'm really excited about the Jason Bourne movie. I love.
You're not.
I really am. I love the previous.
This is like Rocky 7. You haven't seen this before.
So what is different about this that's going to make me say, "Hey, let's go out and see this one"?
I don't think it's so much different. I think it's going back to the roots. It's really just a big fat apology for that lame Jeremy Renner Bourne movie we had a few years ago, where Matt Damon is back and he's Jason Bourne, and there's a conspiracy why he's been given information that makes this one personal. And he's going after the CIA director who's done something very, very naughty. And you're getting what you want from a Bourne movie. You're getting the fight scenes, you're getting the chase scenes, you're getting the action. But I think you're also getting a very good performance from Matt Damon as a man who's just haggard and beaten and tired of being on the run for the last 14 years.
What are you giving Jason Bourne?
I'll go 3 waffles. I think it's pretty good. It gets a little bit slow start. It's kind of hard to figure out where they're going with it at all times, but it ends big time. Frankly, it ends with maybe one of the most brutal fight scenes I've ever seen in a movie.
Okay, I will go and see that. Nerve. You ever get sucked into an online game of Truth or Dare, Willie?
No, I have not, because I'm an adult.
Okay.
And that's the thing with this movie. It's Emma Roberts as this high school senior, and she's playing this online game to prove to everybody she can be as idiotic as they are, and the dares are getting bigger and bigger, and she's starting to realize the game is more sinister than she ever knew. Come on. First of all, they just ripped off a Seinfeld episode. That's all they did. Okay, just they made it more of a thriller and more of a horror movie.
So it was a thriller and horror movie about nothing.
Yeah, you know, there's early on it's kind of interesting. Early on, you kind of giggle at some of the silly things that they have to do, but eventually it just spirals out of control into absurdity because it's just things are happening in this world that just wouldn't really happen in this world. Even for a movie, it's unbelievable.
What do you give it?
Going 1.5 waffles.
And Bad Moms. 3 crazy moms decide they've had enough of being responsible adults, and as if this story isn't true, they start having their midlife thing and go crazy.
That's right. It really is kind of this wish fulfillment movie, you know, the rebellion against the society of what a mom is supposed to do and the expectations of a mom. And that's where it's funny. You know, Mila Kunis, Catherine Hahn, Kristen Bell, very funny as they, you know, live out their wild child days. But the problem with the movie is where is it supposed to go? After they get all the wild out, how are you supposed to end the movie?
Yeah.
But I'm still going to go 2.5 waffles. You're going to have a good time.
They thought about doing a Bad Dads movie, Christine. But the story of 3 guys out there in a midlife crisis going crazy and creating all this ruckus just hits home for too many women. It just wouldn't even. It'd be so repetitive, right?
Well, and it was also written by the guys who wrote this movie when they called it The Hangover.
Oh, okay. Well, that totally makes sense. All right, Willie, good stuff. Thanks, man. WaffleMovies.com before you go to the movies, or even if you're at home and you're looking for something to watch on movie to watch on Netflix or something, you can do Willie's website to guide you in the right direction. Enjoy the weekend.
Hey, you two guys. Have fun.
WaffleMovies.com.